Being able to sequence your downswing correctly is one of the keys to having effortless speed and a consistent golf swing. Now, like any movement in golf, there always has to be a starting trigger. Now, a question I get asked all the time is, Giles, what starts the downswing? Is it a lateral shift? Is it rotation? Is it pulling the arms down? Well, in today's video, I'm going to answer this question. And the great thing is nowadays, we know the answers to this because we can measure everything. So let me start this video by giving you the answer. The thing that starts our downswing is a lateral pressure shift from our trail foot to our lead foot. Now that we know the answer, now we can dive into it more specifically. Well, the key thing that we actually need to know is that the downswing technically starts at lead arm parallel to the ground in the backswing. If you use the P systems, it's P3. And the reason for this is because here we'll have the most amount of pressure on our trail leg, about 70%. As we complete our backswing, we're actually going to start to shift our pressure back towards the target. So that therefore means that what starts the downswing is a pressure shift from our trail foot to our lead foot that actually starts in the backswing. I know it's a little bit confusing, but I'm going to give you some super simple exercises to help you with this. Now, what then happens after that? Let me just give you that sort of detail as well. Well, we're going to focus on the body first. So the first phase is this pressure shift that starts from left arm parallel on the backswing. We're going to start to shift back to our left side, and at left arm parallel in the downswing will be 70-30. The next thing that happens is then the rotation. That's when the rotation phase starts to kick in, and then the vertical phase happens. Now here's the thing, they all happen very quickly, but they do happen in that order. Now the second thing I want to bring in is what the hands and arms are doing, because there's a lot of contradictory information out there. Some coaches are saying leave the hands up and turn, other coaches are saying pull down. So when do we start to pull the hands down? Because we do pull the hands down. Well, it's during the middle to final part of the lateral phase. So basically, as we are shifting from our trail foot to our lead foot to finish the swing, we are then going to pull the hands down before we start the rotation and vertical phase. So we're going to start that process of pulling those hands down as hard and as quick as possible. So don't just take my word for it, let's look at some tour pros. What's the first thing that you see that starts the downswing? It is a shift from their trail foot to their lead foot, and it technically happens before they finish the backswing. Now from there, notice how they start to pull their arms down during that lateral phase, and then once they've done that, then they start to really rotate and push up out of the ground. So it very much works in that order. And it is a common theme with every single club in the bag. It's different when it comes to short game, but for full swings, every single club in the bag, it goes a lateral shift first. During that phase, you'll start to pull the arms down. Once your arms are in front of you, you'll start to rotate and push up out of the ground. That's the key sequencing we need to start the downswing correctly. Okay, so now we know the answer. We are shifting from our trail side to our lead side. It is a lateral shift that starts the downswing. How do we train that? Well, the thing that's going to help you learn this is a shift board. You can buy these online and they are amazing at helping you move the pressure correctly in your feet. So step onto the shift board. Now you can see if I have more pressure in my left foot, the left side's click down. If I have more pressure in my right foot, the right side's click down. Now notice how I'm just changing the pressure in my feet. I'm not having these big old body sways which do move the board, but I'm mainly just doing this with my feet, and that's the key. So by the time we get back to left arm parallel in the backswing, we're going to see this right side click down. Now this is when the downswing technically starts, because as my arm continues to go up, my pressure is then going to go and click that left side down. What does that mean? It means I'm shifting towards the target. So we're going right side down at left arm parallel, complete the backswing and come back down to left arm parallel in the downswing, and we should already have that left side click down. Because again, we're 70% on our right leg at left arm parallel in the backswing, 70% on our left leg at left arm parallel in the downswing. So I would like you to do some swings that look like this. Stand on the shift board. Start with the left side click down. Then from there, click the right side down, swing back, and as you finish your backswing, click the left side down and swing through. Now, you can do this at much faster speeds. You can go shift, shift through, and I can feel what's going on with my feet there. I feel like I'm starting to move my body a lot more efficiently. And actually when you do this, your sequencing naturally starts to get a lot better. So once you've done that a couple times, move the board away, step on into the ball, feel that little bit of a pressure shift, right foot, left foot. Then from there, we can give this just a little bit of a whack straight down towards the target. So if I get rid of the shift board, how are we going to train this without using that? Because we need to have a drill that sort of bridges the gap. Well, a Tommy Fleetwood stomp drill is going to be fantastic. The way that you're going to do this is set up and you are going to swing back. Now, as your hands roughly get to around left arm parallel, you're going to gently pick up your left foot and stomp it back down. I'm not picking it up massively. I'm not stepping towards the target. I'm literally lifting and dropping. Now this little movement here, when the foot's in the air, it means my pressure's on my right leg, and when it stomps back down, it gives me that ability to land that foot and feel like I can put loads of pressure into it straight away. So it's a swing back, stomp roughly at around left arm parallel, stomp. And you can see it's a very subtle motion, little lift, little plant. You can hit shots with this with every single club in your bag. So if I do a swing, I swing back and I lift and stomp. You can see there when I do that, I'm able to lift and stomp. It gives me a nice little cue to start the downswing with what? A slight pressure shift from the trail foot to the lead foot. It's that lateral shift that starts the downswing. Now, one thing I do really want to talk about is the arm movement, because this is something a lot of golfers get wrong, and it's one of the keys to generating shaft lean and lag and releasing the club correctly. So we now know the lower body is what starts the downswing. It's by shifting from our trail foot to our lead foot. But as we are doing that towards the middle to end part of that lateral shift, I want you to then feel like you can pull the arms down. Now it's crucial you start to pull your arms down before you start your rotation phase. Because the reason for this is I see so many golfers go to the top and they turn too early without pulling their arms down. You can see the club's now stuck behind me. It's going to be very difficult to generate shaft lean, so I have to throw my angles out. So when you're doing that stomp drill, you can feel like you pull your arms down as you land that foot. Pull your arms down hard. Once your hands are down in front of your rib cage and approaching in front of your trail leg, then from there you can rotate and push out of the ground hard. So a nice exercise to help you with this is the Rory McIlroy split hands pump drill. Set up to the ball, grab the club with your left hand, then from there, bring it in line with your toe line and grip it with your right palm pointing away from you. Now I'm going to combine this with the stomp drill. So I'm going to swing to the top, little stomp, and pump down. Swing to the top, little stomp, and pump down. You can see as I'm doing this, I'm training what it feels like to have a little bit of a shift, but also learn what it feels like to pull my arms down. Here, little stomp, pump down. Little stomp, pump down. And what you're noticing is I'm getting my arms back in front of my body before I start to really put on the burners in terms of rotation. Too many golfers have been told to just get open. They go too early without allowing the arms to get pumped back in front of the body. The other thing that I would say is the arms are not falling back. You need to physically pull those arms down. The best players in the world accelerate their hands faster and earlier than most amateur golfers do. That's how you sequence your downswing a hell of a lot better, and then from there, put it all together. So there you have it. That's how you start your downswing correctly. Get that right, you're going to unlock new levels in your swing. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a like and the channel a subscribe, and I hope to see you back here soon.